Murtz Jaffer with Inside Pulse, and I am sitting here with the second house guest to be evicted, Maki. Maki, why are you sitting here?
Sitting here because I'm too truthful. I'm too truthful. I had a great time there. I put my trust into people that obviously had other plans, and ultimately I didn't know the game that well to be deceptive and to lie. But I had a great time. It was a great time. I had amazing experience, and I'm happy to be here with you, man.
Are you surprised by how close the vote was?
Yes. I honestly thought that they were going to be on my side. The votes would count in my favor. As it came down to crunch time, I knew that the game, people change minute to minute. And I am quite surprised, though the 5 that did vote on my side, I'm absolutely not surprised because they kept true to their word. So in that sense, I'm not surprised, but it was interesting, very interesting the way things turned out.
Kira was described as an emotional wild card. Do you think that's why they were on the block against you?
Yes. Their persona in the house, I feel like, was kind of like a drag in a sense. There's a certain vibe that was just going on in general that I couldn't really match with. And ultimately, it all comes down to vibes in that house. And if you go and vibe with someone, then and most people feel it as well, then you're going to go up on the block, right?
You said that you wanted to play an honest game in the house. You even told Dane that you would nominate him if you won HOH. Do you regret being so honest?
No, I do not. Absolutely at all. He put me up on a block, so naturally, if he asked me the same question, it's like giving someone a taste of their own medicine. So I don't regret it at all. Like I said, I didn't realize that just saying a couple words or bouncing ideas would be used against you later on. So I really I thought of it lightheartedly. Okay, you put me on a block, so I'm gonna put you on a block, right? So I never thought that it would turn around to bite me in the butt, but here we are now.
You had 5 house guests vote to keep you. Which 5 do you think sort of voted for you to stay?
Truthfully, Mama had my back. Esty and Kiki, I love those girls, so they had me. Eddie swore on it, so Eddie kept true to his word. And Damien, the strong and silent man, I knew he had me. So I believe those were my 5.
Adam has obviously been a very strong player this season, winning a couple of competitions. You could go with that 2 ways. One, he's a big threat, or I want to align with this guy because he's winning everything. Do you regret not maybe aligning with him, given the number of competitions he seems to be winning constantly?
I wouldn't say I regret it, though I did try a couple of times to approach him because I think he saw my competitive side as well, although I'm not a competitor. I think he respected that I pushed him to be a better human and to push himself forward. I approached him a couple of times, but he also has a big wall in front of him too. So he wasn't the type to take in, I guess, my alliance because clearly he had other plans. It would have been an amazing experience. Like he said, he didn't like floaters. He wanted to have a good season, have a good competition, and I thought like going H to H, week after week, it could have been an amazing thing. But I don't regret it at all. What happened, right? That's it.
You seem to be very happy almost all the time, whereas Kira seemed down, emotional, as we talked about before. Are you surprised that the house chose to get rid of the happy person instead of the one that was sort of a little bit more sullen?
I'm very surprised, to be honest. I really thought I made a good presence in the house. I kept people laughing. I kept the music live in the house. I'm very surprised, to be honest. But I realized that people are scared. People are scared in that house. And I realized that whether I think I'm a threat or not, people saw me as threatening. Someone that's very comfortable in their own skin is having a great time in a state of paranoia, I believe is frightening to people. And I'm so amused that someone as big as Adam or as big as Anthony can find me threatening. I thought it's so amusing.
You referred to yourself as the music in a house of whispers. Can you talk a little bit more about what you meant?
Okay. So everyone is quite quiet in that house. Like I said, the silence is golden there. So the whispers that people spread, they kept their secrets and stuff like that. I was very open-hearted. I'm very approachable. I didn't mind if someone heard my conversation because, like I said, I wanted to be truthful to every single person. Also, like music-wise, like I was banging on drums, I was banging on the kitchen counters. I just wanted to keep this lighthearted because it can get very heavy in that house. It can get very heavy in that house. The emotions sit with you. You have no external stimulation to escape from. So I really wanted to be that music in a house of whispers.
Now, even though you were the music, that didn't stop you from putting a plague on the house as you were going up those stairs. What does that plague entail? What do you hope happens?
I hope people realize the lies and the deception that they're playing, and to throw out an honest, good soldier out. I feel like just putting it on the whole house give them a chance to maybe ground themselves again, realize what they're really doing to hurt good people, and come to the conclusion that although it is a game and things are different in the house, you're also the same human beings that went into the house in the first place. So I really wanted to ground them in that sense.
Have you ever put a plague on anyone else before?
That is my first plague.
Okay. What do you think your best and worst moves in the house were?
I believe my best moves were being true, being honest, being open, being the relief when people got hectic. I was the one to like, okay, let's not talk about game. Let's talk about anything else. Talk about clouds or talk about the sun, things that we miss from home. My downfall, the things I wasn't so good at was obviously the structure, the strategies of the game itself. And what's crazy is that, like, if you try hard in the game, it's scary. But for me, I'm proud of myself to try hard and to push myself to be better. And I guess my downfall would be being too honest to the wrong people and trusting that people would hold my words accountable just for me and to hold it. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I said too much to the wrong people and they used it against me at the end.
When I think of like what a good Big Brother player is, it's somebody that's deceptive. It's somebody that doesn't win competitions. You almost did the exact opposite. You tried hard in the veto. You were honest with everyone. Do you regret that in hindsight?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I wanted to be myself 100%. So when I look back at the whole experience, I'm not thinking that this was a different Maki. This was a different person, and you were trying this all for money or a prize. Ultimately, for me, it was a human experience. I'm down for the experiment. I was down to push myself, and I'm proud of myself. Doesn't matter. I'm out second week. I know I made an impact. I know I changed people's lives in a very short time, and for me, that's a huge win.
What was the best part about being on Big Brother Canada?
The best part about being in Big Brother Canada, I think the growth that you go through, just being locked in with your emotions, the eye contact that people made, the language of your body, learning the natural clock of waking up, and just being more human in all aspects. Yeah.
Amazing. Maki, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
We'll see you at the finale.
Yes, you will.
Thank you.